So, hello and welcome to my next chess video playing against Monarch 1.7, and I'm going with the Kalashnikov Sicilian. We could very well enter the Sveshnikov there. Bishop e7 looks kind of weird. What about knight here? Bishop g5 anyway, h3. And then he just goes back and I cannot go g5 because of knight here, checkmate. I will go for that anyway. And now just bishop e6. A knight there, daring him to take the bishop. Can also take the knight. Play c4. Do I want to keep the bishop, or I think I want to keep the bishop. He's gonna take with the d pawn, with the e pawn, okay, with the c pawn, okay. Just gonna go back. Also castling. Now I have the bishop pair, and I'm trying to open up the position with f5. What about bishop here? This looks interesting. f5 anyway, or just g3? g3. He stops me from playing f5, but I can now go bishop there. Although knight g2 might be somewhat of a pain. f5 anyway. First preparing with king there. What is this rook doing? So what is this queen doing? f5 takes. So I can do that. I'm expecting him that he takes again. He takes it with a knight. Fair enough. Bishop here might be something. I don't really care about losing a pawn on the queen side. Going there. He takes it. Going for the mate. Bishop takes h2. King takes h2. Rook there is not possible, so I might go for the mate just like this. So what is his reply? h6 and now bringing the other rook into the attack. What about rook here? He takes, I take with the queen, check. He goes there, I take with the bishop, threatening mate. What about blocking it with the bishop? takes. I take like that. What about just preparing it? I mean, he can't do anything as well. If I go here, he might go there. Although then I take this and threaten mate again. And he cannot do anything against it. What about rook here? He takes this pawn, rook there. Pawn takes, rook takes. a7, rook takes, check. Queen takes, only move. What about rook here? Pawn takes, queen takes, check. He goes there. Bishop takes, threatening mate. Rook here, pawn takes, queen takes, check. He goes there. Bishop takes, rook takes. Queen here, check. He goes there, queen here, check. And it should be a smooth mate, right? I'm not so sure about that though. Rook here, pawn takes, queen takes, check. He has only one square, that one. Bishop takes. Rook takes rook. Queen here, check. He goes there and queen there, mate. Because his bishop is covering that. What's more smooth? Bishop here. He takes. I go rook takes. No, I think rook here. Takes with the queen, I take with the bishop, he takes with the pawn. I give a check, check, and I think this should be, it should be good. Yeah, he takes it with the queen, of course, and now does that, attacking the rook. Fair and square. I could win yet another pawn. I could also go there. Then he takes this. I take with the queen. I should probably just take this, take that, and blockade this pawn. I could also go bishop here, pawn there. No, I should just blockade it. Rook versus queen should be enough to win that. This is covered. I should now just bring my queen back. Should now just bring my queen back. Although I can't because of rook there, check, winning the queen. So I could go there with my queen. Then I would not lose it. And my bishop is defended. I have to be careful about tricks. But as long as those squares are on dark squares, okay, this check doesn't do anything. This check doesn't do anything. What is if I'm just pushing my pawn now? He gives a check over there, I go here and nothing really happens. I mean, he could go there, but he cannot use that square, so I'm just pushing my pawn. Rook here, I'm going there. If I just push it even more. Queen here. So now I can push it once more, because if rook takes, I have a queen here check winning the rook, and now I'm threatening to queen, and if he goes rook there, I'm just gonna go there, so he had to give it up. But this is just nothing, right? Just gonna mop up everything now. Giving him yet another check. Taking the b-pawn. Now it's really resignable. I mean, completely cutting him off now. Queen here. Bishop there. He pushes. It doesn't matter. Wouldn't even take it. He can have his queen. He's really fighting for dear life. He resigned. Fair enough. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Ciao.